Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, after having our discussion on Venus's placement in the D10 chart, in this video we will try to place the planet Mercury and we will try to understand its contribution in our professional life. So friends, if you are a active, advanced Vedic astrology seeker, student, so I'm sure that you would be knowing the importance of these divisional chart. These divisional chart give you very deeper clarity in the specific areas of the life. I always say this thing that no matter how good or strong yoga you have in these divisional chart, they still do not hold power to undermine or contradict the promise which is generally seen from the ascendant chart, D1 chart, but they definitely add some layers to the promise which you would have decoded from the ascendant chart. So I mean to say friends, let's say for example, if in your case Mercury is your defining planet. Now when I say the defining planet, how could you get to know about that? So let's say for example, if you are born on 5th of any month, 14th of any month, 23rd of any month, because the sum total is number 5 in numerology, it is connected with the planet Mercury. And let's say for example you are born on a Wednesday, you are born with the influence of the Mercury ruled nakshatra like Ashlesha, Jyeshtha, Revati, or your ascendant being of Gemini or Virgo, or you have majority of the planets concentrated in these two zodiac signs. This could be Gemini, this could be Virgo. Then we can definitely say this thing that somehow your life is governed by the planet Mercury. Just because this divisional chart, D10 chart, primarily talks about the profession. Now let's say for example, if in your natal chart, Mercury has got the second highest degree, like as per the Gemini Karakas, becoming your like Amatya Karak, planet which will give answer to your professional endeavors, then studying this planet in the D10 chart will become very important. Now comes the question that what does D10 chart tell about? So friends, a D10 chart tells about your professional summary, like what is going to be the complete experience in your professional life, what kind of vibe, what kind of theme you have to deal with in your professional life, your elevation, all the concerns of the status, reputation, how you deal with the authority figures, awards, accolades, all of that is generally seen from the D10 chart. In short, D10 chart, all the houses, all the verticals of the D10 chart only tell about your career, your reputation, actions you take in the life, and we say that somehow it also give information regarding your life path as well. Now friends, the placement of Mercury in this chart will become very important because Mercury is the planet which tells how skillful you are, how adaptable you are, how proficient you are. A lot of the times people get mistaken. Let's say for example, if you appreciate art a lot and you feel that there is an artist in me and I can do that as a part of my livelihood. So friends, this could be a case that your Venus might be strong, which is giving you that appreciation for those beautiful things, for the creative things. But for someone who has that capability, that skill in him to design that beautiful painting or to make a very kind of insightful movie, so for that, along with Venus, or I would say more than Venus, it's the planet Mercury which needs to be studied. And just because friends, Mercury is a very impressionable planet, like the way moon wax and wane. So moon has somehow a say over your emotions, how you feel, how you perceive. But when we talk about how you process, how you analyze, Mercury comes into the picture. And the way I mentioned, because Mercury is impressionable, the planetary influence it will surround, it will be exposed to, your thought process will somehow be governed like that. So observing or studying Mercury in the D10 chart becomes very important. So now friends, after knowing all of that, let's try to understand Mercury's placement in different houses of the D10 chart. What does it tell about your professional life? So to begin with friends, let's say for example, if Mercury is going to be placed in the first house of your D10 chart, so friends, it is generally considered as a very good placement because first house tells about the complete summary of your professional life, the kind of like titles, awards, accolades you will receive, and how you will be perceived. Your career will be perceived in the society. So if you have Mercury in the first house, that in itself tells about that communication, networking will play a very significant role in your line of work. You might be seen as very skillful, as very adaptable, as very efficient, as very resourceful in your line of work. And again friends, with Mercury's placement in the first house, if I were to say the most independent planets, right? So beyond any doubt, Sun comes first in the line because Sun is the most independent. After that, I would say that with planet Mars, there is independence, but it can go haywire. But when we talk about Mercury, trust me friends, I have seen that in the charts of many people who are managing multiple businesses and like who are like, you know, their businesses are like a one-man show. So all of that is possible because even in their charts, Mercury is in a very strengthened state. So friends, in today's modern day and age, where everything is governed by technology and networking, word of mouth, communication, advertising, marketing your brand plays a very significant role. So I would say if you have Mercury in the first house of your D10 chart, it is one of the best placement. The only concern is that if Mercury in the first house of the D10 chart is going to be afflicted, it could give you too much of the overthinking in your career or regarding the professional endeavors. But in a nutshell, it is a very good placement. Now friends, let's say for example, if you have Mercury in the second house of your D10 chart. So friends, look at it in this way, that where your overall intelligence will be applied in your professional life. So looks like it is more governed and is getting implemented more towards the financial aspect of your career. So that goes without any saying that you could be a successful accountant, or you could be in the field of the communication, or you could be in the family business, anything connected with the banking sector, with the gems industry, you could do very good over there. The slight concern is that friends, if Mercury is going to be afflicted in the second house of the D10 chart, so it could give some sort of financial fluctuation in the flow of the income. But let's say for example, if you are in a job where you are dependent on, or you're living by the paycheck, every monthly paycheck, then I would say that this is a very good placement. So communication and the resourcefulness, see, wherever a planet is placed, it's not only that the planet is giving results, it's like you can feel the overall aura and the qualities of that planet as well. So Mercury is resourceful, Mercury is adaptable, Mercury is highly skilled, a very good student, a very like, you know, someone who is very inquisitive for gaining knowledge. Like Mercury could be a very good student and Jupiter could be a very good teacher. So I mean to say, this is kind of a placement where you will learn the shortcuts or the trade very quickly. So for learning that the nitty-gritty of the trade where you will be working, operating, this is a very good placement. And to an extent friends, this could actually make someone very opportunistic, like especially when we talk about the financial gains perspective. See, now again the difference comes over here, that which planet is influencing this Mercury in the second house. Like let's say for example, if Rahu is influencing this Mercury in your second house, it will actually make you slightly selfish for your financial gains in your career. It could also make you unconventional, it could make you genius as well. If Jupiter is going to be influencing this Mercury, it will make you very wise when it comes down to like ethics will matter a lot. Like money is coming in, but from which actions and via which actions this money is pouring in. So native will take into consideration all of that as well. So yes friends, all what I can say, like for example, if Saturn is influencing this Mercury, so it is going to be a very good placement for having that patience and distant vision for your assets, for your long-term financial gains and all. So overall, it is considered as a very good placement. Now friends, let's say for example, if in the D10 chart, you have Mercury in the third house. So friends, Third house Mercury in the D10 is very supportive, especially when we talk about how skilled you are, like how adaptable you are in your line of work. And in the line of work there might be many short travels, you might have many promotion, you might have a chance to switch many jobs and all. See, a lot is going to be dependent on the dignity of the Mercury in the third house. Let's say for example, if Mercury is placed in a supportive environment, like it is placed in the Gemini, it is placed in the Virgo, in the Capricorn, in the Aquarius, being supported by the conjunction with Venus, with Saturn. So even the switch which you will have in your jobs, it will be for the good reasons, where you are growing in your career, in your line of work. And again friends, third house is a very important house, especially when we talk about freelance people, self-employed people, many innovators, many pioneers and all. See, the thing is that you know how to hobnob with the right set of people in your career, how to socialize and how to be in the right crowd, how to exert yourself to your advantage. So when we talk about communication, being very skillful, like adaptable, or a quick learner perspective as well, this is a very good placement. See friends, I cannot just say only via giving attention to the planetary presence that okay, you could be a good journalist or you could be a very good travel and tour agent. See, for that we have to take into consideration many factors. Is planet Mercury only which is going to be having a final say over your career? Then we can close it down like that. But in general, all the attributes of the Mercury will function to the best of their capabilities if they are going to be placed in the third house of the D10 chart. Now friends, let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the fourth house of the D10 chart. See friends, it comes with a slight concern. Like when we talk about, see, if you're working from home, it might be good for you. If you're in a family business, it could be good for you. And a lot is dependent on which all planetary influence is there on this Mercury. Now let's say for example, if this Mercury is conjunct with Mars, if this Mercury is conjunct with Moon, then it can give you a lot of the instability. Like you are all the time feeling insecure in your line of work. A lot of the times people complain that I don't have a voice, like I just have to abide by the instruction. I don't have that independent voice. I don't have that freedom to act the way I want to act in my professional life. So I mean to say, there might be those restraints which native might have to encounter if he's going to have Mercury in the fourth house of the D10 chart. Beyond any doubt friends, when we talk about any of the nationalistic matters, anything connected with like real estate, agriculture, farming, it could make you very skilled in all these departments, in all these areas. But there's always going to be a tug of war between the emotions, between the logics, between the rationality. And if this Mercury is not going to be, see, look at it in this way. If via observing your ascendant chart, you get to know that Mercury is a planet which is going to have a final say over my career. Mercury is your 10th lord. Mercury is your Amatya Karak. That means Mercury has a say over your career, right? And in the D10 chart, it is placed in the 4th house. It is conjunct with Moon. It is placed in the Scorpio sign. Then it is going to make you very destabilized in your career. You don't feel yourself rooted, secure in your career, and sometimes taking wrong decision and always being in a mode of conflict could be foreseen with this placement of Mercury in the 4th house of the D10 chart. Now friends, let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the 5th house of the D10 chart. So friends, this is generally considered as a good placement, especially if it is supported by planet like Sun. So Sun and the Mercury combination is a combination of the brilliance. Mercury and the Saturn combination, Mercury and the Jupiter combination as well, because Mercury adapts itself. The planet it is co-joined with, right? It is receiving the influence. And friends, the beauty of the 5th house is that whatever new birth happens in our life, whatever new discovery happens in our life, that is somehow connected with the 5th house. So I mean to say, your mind is not going to be filled with like doing things in a repetitive kind of way. You will have that potential to think in the lines of some new creation. Along with that, friends, because all the Vedic astrology texts have appreciated Mercury's placement in the 5th house in a way that it can make someone very medhavi. Medhavi means like nipun. There is a Hindi word nipun which means excellent, excellent memory. You're going to have strong retention power, memory as well. So that in itself means that if you are in a line of work where there is very fast paced environment, you have to take the notes from the seniors, give instruction, you are the spokesperson, you are the middleman in a very fast paced working environment. You have to deal with the classified information, very sensitive information comes to your desk, to your files, and where you have to take decision. So I mean to say Mercury's placement in the 5th house has got some positivity attached to it. Whether we talk about strong memory, whether we talk about capacity to create something new, be recognized. Again, friends, the beauty of the 5th house is that it rewards us for our originality, for our ethics. It's not like that only the 10th house or the 11th house or the 1st house can give you recognition, can give you visibility. 5th house has got a beauty of its own. When we talk about your magnetism, your pull is going to be so strong that everyone is going to be mesmerized towards you. So regarding that, this placement of Mercury in the 5th house is a good placement. Now friends, let's say for example, if in the D10 chart, you're going to have Mercury in the 6th house. So friends, this is considered as a good placement in this way that when we talk about the problem solving skills, when we talk about how competitive you could be. So regarding that, it's a very good kind of placement. You will have that capacity to multitask, to adapt. See, the only concern is that when we talk about the 6th house, it is not going to be as easy as it is going to be with 3rd house. You want to switch, you want to adapt, you want to put your hands into the new role. Life will provide you, your career, your organization will provide you those opportunities. With 6th house, there's a lot of the adjustment you have to do, and the result is not sudden and very quick. So sometimes you have to be patient, and initially you might have to deal with the resistance. It is a Dushtana Bhava, friends. It is a Upachya Bhava. That means the result of this house grows with time, but initially there are those struggles, those hardship, those resistance which you have to deal with. So regarding that, friends, if I were to say this could be a very good placement, this is kind of a warrior kind of placement for the planet Mercury, where your mind is going to be hyperactive, is always on the defense to safeguard itself from any threat. And the thing is, what I have generally seen with this kind of placement, native tend to remain very intuitive, very intelligent enough to make the right moves, which can actually save him from any conflicting kind of situation. So like even before acting, this is a kind of a person whose mind is going to be very much equipped in giving the visualization of the repercussion of your actions. Like a lot of the times, like when you have your Mercury in the 3rd house, in the 5th house, in some of the graceful house, so you somehow become slightly nonchalant or slightly careless. But this is a kind of a placement which keeps you hyper alert for the consequences of your actions and all. So regarding that, it's a good placement. It can actually make you a lawyer, it can make you a good health expert, law enforcer, and the problem solving skills and the counseling skills are going to be very strong. And generally what I have seen that native learn more in his career whenever the threatful situation comes, or whenever he has to be in a adverse or in a hostile kind of environment. These are the experiences which gives the native stronger learning rather than and comparing it to a very friendly kind of Malayu or working environment. Now friends, let's say for example, if you will find that Mercury is placed in the 7th house of the D10 chart. So friends, that goes without any saying, native could be a very good negotiator, very good balancer. The communication skills are going to be appreciated. anything connected with the public sphere, native can perform very good over there. And through collaboration, native tend to perform very well in his life, like the way we say. And with this kind of placement, the kind of people and the crowd you are hanging out, you are socializing, all of that become very important. Because friends, we generally gain the life learning generally happens in our chart from the Mercury's placement, how you process things, how you break down life experiences into the form of the learning. So I mean to say, Mercury's placement is very important, and in the 7th house, which is the actual house of the public encounters, partnership, relationship and all, your public image and all. So 7th house placement of Mercury, if it is well supported via like Mercury being placed in the air sign, or even to an extent even if it is placed in the earth signs. So air signs are like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And if this Mercury is also supported by Saturn, this is one of the best placement. You will get into those kind of alliances, collaboration, partnership, which will stay and they will support you for long. So regarding that, friends, it is a good placement. I have generally seen in majority of the charts of the successful entrepreneurs and all, this placement of Mercury in a dignified state in the 7th house of the D10 chart. Now friends, when we talk about Mercury's placement in the 8th house in the D10 chart, so friends, this needs to be studied with a pinch of salt. See, I have done a research in most of the charts of the criminals, right? So the thing is, the modern day age, see, gone those days when you need to have a rifle in your hand, you need to barge into someone's house, point a gun and ask for money. These days, most of the scams happen in a digital way, through online medium, right? So I mean to say, and Mercury is the most impressionable planet. People get mistaken when it comes down to the criminal mindset. People give attention to planet Saturn, some people give attention to Rahu, some people give attention to Mars, but trust me, Mercury, and again when I say Mercury, afflicted Mercury is the planet which is responsible for that. Your mind in itself, your thought process, your intelligence in itself is so twisted that it cannot think straight. So I mean to say, if your Mercury in the D10 chart is in the 8th house, it is under some malefic influence, like 8th house Mercury in the Scorpio, conjunct with like Saturn, conjunct with Mars, conjunct with Rahu, conjunct with Moon, could give this kind of thought process or mindset. And again, because friends, we are talking about the chart of your career, of your professional endeavors, right? So that means in your professional life, your mind is going to be working and functioning in this capacity only. Now when we talk about the good interpretation of this placement of Mercury, so obviously friends, let's say for example, anything connected with research, anything connected with investigation, anything connected with like investment banking and all, like insurance products and all. So regarding that, this could be a good placement of Mercury. If Mercury is placed in the 8th house and it is dignified via zodiac sign placement, via conjunction, via aspect, so it can actually make you, like the way we say that other people will not be able to comprehend or fathom the depth of your analysis. Like from the surface, you look like a normal guy, but deep inside, you might be the Srinivasa Ramanujam, brilliant like him, or like a Sherlock Holmes. Like, you know, that level of detective and investigative kind of mind. And again, 8th house is very deep, friends. You cannot see it, judge it from the surface. There is many layers of the 8th house. Now friends, let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the 9th house. So friends, we know this thing that, see, anything involving 3rd house, 5th house and the 9th house has something to do with the academics, teaching, learning, student, disciple. A lot of things come into the picture. But beyond any doubt, friends, 9th house is the house of the fortune. 9th house is the house of the travels, publishing, writing, media. A lot of that is connected with the 9th house. We can look at it in this way, that in your professional line of work, your innovative thinking, your networking, your intelligence, and the people who will enter in your life, in terms of people who will be the bearer of the professional good news, the news of the promotion, the maximum support you will get in your career. So over there, luck, blessing will play a very significant role. The more you are going to be in the pursuit of the learning, the more you will enhance your chances of promotion, of success in your line of work. Like, let's say for example, if you're a kind of person, you got a job and you are contented now, you don't keep on updating yourself, learning new skill, learning new things, what new is happening in your trade, in your field, then your luck might not shine. But if you are a kind of person who is all the time renovating himself, updating himself, this placement can actually bring many luck driven career opportunities to you. And yes friends, your adaptability, your networking skills will take you to the right places, will trigger the right career opportunities for you. And yes, through travels, through association, your luck in the professional life will enhance. Now friends, let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the 10th house in the D10 chart. So friends, this is considered as a good placement beyond any doubt. In the Shamsha chart, first house and the 10th house are like the Karaka house of this divisional chart, right? And if you have Mercury over here, that in itself tells about that in your line of work, intelligence, communication, travel, networking, resourcefulness, multitasking, adaptability will play a very significant role. You could do very good either being a part of the system, or even if you want to go solo, you want to do something independently on your own. So regarding that as well, this could be a good placement. Again friends, a lot is dependent on which all planetary energies are exerting their influence to this Mercury in the 10th house. If via conjunction, via aspect, and via zodiac sign placement, this Mercury is dignified, then that in itself means that yes, you will adapt, you will grow, you will be learned, and you will have chance to travel, socialize, network with many people, and you will be very skilled, very talented, and you will have a good network. Like you know how to deal with the bosses, how to deal with any kind of situation, how to adapt and mold yourself as per the need of the hour. Regarding that, it's a good placement. So again friends, when it comes down to Mercury, it's very flexible. See, with other planets we say that Mars in this placement is like this, in this placement it's like this, it's like something like carved in stone, right? But when we talk about Mercury, there's a lot of the flexibility. So I mean to say, if this Mercury in the 10th house of the D10 chart is in the air signs, it will bring many travels, learning, certification, friendship, courses. If this Mercury in the D10 in the 10th house is in the earth signs, it will bring many stable career opportunities, many financial gains. If it is in the fire signs, you could be an entrepreneur. So all that possibility is going to be there. So overall friends, this is going to be a good placement of Mercury. The best part of this placement is that your intelligence, your skill, your craft will give you the platform. A lot of the times people complain that Nipun, I'm a very good musician, I'm a very good artist, I'm a very good actor. It's just like that, I never got the right platform, right opportunity. The beauty of the 10th house is that friends, out of all the houses, the house where we perform, the stage is the 10th house. So if you have your Mercury in the 10th house and you are a skilled person, so be assured that at least life will give you the opportunity and the platform. See friends, even if you will get into the preparation part of many successful artists and all, we just look at a stand-up comedian performing on the stage and we say, oh my goodness, he has got such a easy job, 1 hour of performance, so much money, sponsorship, commercials he is getting, he's traveling the world. If you will even read and do a research on these people, just for that 1 hour performance, how many hours of practice this person has put into the pipeline, right? So I mean to say, whatever you are honing up, you're honing up as your skills. So I mean to say, if you are an artist, every day, whatever you're honing up as your skills, your craft, be assured that a day will come when the right transit and the right dasha will happen. You will get the platform, you will get that stage, that podium to demonstrate your talents. Life will not disappoint you over there. And generally I have seen like these are those kind of people, no matter how dictatorial and authoritative their bosses are, they are able to make a way out via becoming friends with them, or in certain cases I have seen that even their bosses somehow act very nice or friendly towards them. There's a slight possibility of that, that your bosses might be in your pocket, slight possibility of that. Now friends, let's say for example, if your Mercury is going to be placed in the 11th house of the D10 chart. So friends, 11th house placement of the D10 chart is considered as very good. Look at it in this way that when we talk about working for the big corporation, big organization, big multinational organization, this could be a very good placement. You could be a freelance, you could be self-employed, or we say that people who have many channel of income, people who shuffle multiple businesses and all. So this could be that sort of placement. And again friends, when we talk about whether you are an artist where you have to perform in front of a large audience, or whether you are like a salesman who has to deal with different kind of like clients when you go for your meetings and appointments, this is kind of a good placement. Like for your intelligence, for your skill, for your craft, life gives you big markets. See friends, like there's a very close relative of mine, and he also like did astrology professionally. Later on he shifted to the Karam Kand, like priestly work, the rituals and all. When I asked him that, because he gave me some of the predictions which turned out to be very accurate in my life, and he's a close blood relative. So then I asked him that, Mamaji, like uncle, why didn't you stick to astrology? He says, Nipun, no matter how good and accurate my predictions were, I was never able to build a market. So I mean to say, when you have your Mercury in the 11th house, the thing is, when we talk about the marketplaces, beyond any doubt, 7th house represents that, right? All the commerce and the trade and the marketplace is the 7th house, is the Libra. But even along with that friends, because we live in a day and age where you don't have to go out in the market and sell your product. People put that product in the online websites, and that's how majority of the businesses are performing right now. So I mean to say, 11th house in the modern day and age of social media, digital revolution and all, in the era and time of the AI and all, so this is a good placement. Like whether you are an artist, whether you are a freelance self-employed person, you are an influencer, you are an actor, in whichever capacity, even if you are a politician, you want like many followers and audience for your vision, so you will get that. So for your skill, your talent, your craft, your product, you will have the audience, you will have the market. And generally I have seen like people who have strong and powerful connection, they are a part of any specific organization. Like for example, we say even in the fashion, you get connected to one category, or because of your ethnicity, because of your sexual orientation, you are a part of a group, you are a part of a loyal fan base and all. So when you have like planet like Mercury, which is very adaptable, which is very friendly, it easily blend in. If you have a planet like Mercury in the 11th house in the D10 chart, so I would say it's not like a prediction, it's like a remedy for you. So wherever you think you are a right fit, so get associated with those organizations, because it will shape up, it will definitely help you elevate or rise in your career. So regarding that friends, it's a good placement. Now and lastly friends, when we talk about Mercury's placement in the 12th house, so see friends, the thing is, I always say 12th house is the actual house of the vacuum, right? All the houses in some capacity give us something, but 12th house only takes things away from us, right? So I mean to say, this could be a good placement in certain cases for your skill, for your trade, for your craft, you might find success away from your birthplace. High possibility of that. Like some of the yoga teacher and expert I have seen, they were struggling for their livelihood in their home country, but once they move to the foreign land, suddenly they become a sensation over there. They become overnight kind of famous and celebrity over there. So for your trade, for your craft, you could find success away from your birthplace. People who work for the multinational organization, corporations, MNCs, it's a good placement. People who work in the meditation centers, people who work in the cruising industry, people who work in the navy. I mean to say, whatever takes you away for long time, that generally happens when you are in the cruise industry, merchant navy, commercial shipping industry and all. So this could give you success over there. See, a lot is dependent on in which dignity this Mercury is placed in the 12th house. Is this Mercury in the 12th house is in the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is in the earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Is it conjunct with Saturn? Is it conjunct with Venus? Then it is going to be supportive for you. So native will adapt himself even in isolation or far away from the family home kind of situation. But let's say for example, if Mercury is going to be afflicted over here, so we say that self-affliction, wrong judgment, wrong decision in the line of work, being scammed, being manipulated, and all over the place is going to be some of the byproduct of this placement of Mercury in the 12th house, and it will specifically impact and influence your career only. Friends, whatever I have explained over here for all the house placement, it is primarily and pinpointedly focused towards your career, your livelihood, your life purpose, your income, and your reputation and status prospects only. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.